Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So last night we have Mobius that just released in the game, and he's a pretty crazy card. He's a 2/3 that has the ongoing ability of your costs can't be increased and your opponent cost can be reduced. So this card is pretty crazy because it has such interesting interaction with a lot of other cards. And I've been theory crafting a lot of different decks. I've been looking into bringing back maybe Death Wave and stuff like that, but unfortunately Mobius doesn't work like that for Death Wave. But it works extremely well as a defensive tech for this exact list, which is a Sera Control list, my favorite list of all time and my best list. So yeah, guys, I'll jump into it. I'll jump into a deck breakdown. But just before I do so, as always, guys, if you love the content, please leave a like and subscribe. And also, guys, look for the end of the video for another giveaway. So I'm going to give away some other season passes for the new season that's coming out very shortly. So yeah, stay tuned for the end of this video for all the information on that. But yeah, let's get into it. So I just talked Mobius, what he does. This is a really unique ability that works very well as a defensive maneuver for a lot of decks, but some people also play it as an offensive maneuver where they play Mobius and they play Wave, and then because all your big cards are going to be reduced to 4, and all your low cards are going to stay to their original cost, right? So you're going to be able to play, I don't know, like a Doctor Doom, but also with a 2-cost card as well, right? So there's a lot of different possibilities. I think we are going to have to play a lot more with this card to know where he fits in the meta, but he's a very interesting card. Overall, I thought he was going to be a 5 stars out of 5 for power, but he's, I think, closer to 4 stars right now, which is still really good, and I suggest getting him. 4 stars for the defensive techs, but we didn't really find any good offensive techs as of yet with Mobius, or any big combo potential as of yet. The whole community is going to work towards that goal, and he's probably going to go to 5 out of 5 for power. Yeah, so I really suggest getting that card. He's only 3k tokens, so I suggest you guys getting it. But yeah, let's jump into the deck. Guys, if you want to skip to the gameplay, go ahead. I played some Infinity Conquest where I destroyed everyone. Okay, this deck is extremely powerful. However, I really did have a lot of games where Mobius came into play with his effect. So yeah, it's more gonna be like highlights of the whole deck and a little bit less of Mobius. Because it's really hard for me to find some footage. I need my opponent to play like Wave or something like that. Yeah, and sometimes if you play Mobius, your opponent is just not going to play the card that would have countered this deck, right? So what's the biggest counter to this crazy deck? It's Wave, because the whole idea of Sera Control is to play Sera on 5, and then on turn 6 you just drop a ton of cards on the last turn. But if your opponent plays Wave, then it screws you up. However, since you have Mobius, now the biggest counter to Sera Control doesn't exist. So this deck really doesn't have a counter anymore, which to me, I think this deck is going to climb back to the top of the meta. It's a really powerful deck. So yeah, I'll jump to card breakdown. I try to go quicker, but I always end up going like 10 minutes of card breakdown. But let's get into it. So first of all, we have Kitty Pryde, right? Kitty Pryde is really good because she's one of our win conditions, right? She's one of the win condition with Angela to win a lane. So we have Angela, we're going to play her on 2, and then we're going to pump her up with Kitty Pryde. So we're going to play Kitty Pryde over and over again in the Angela lane, making Angela just extremely big. And yeah, creating a win condition for one of their lanes. Okay. Our other win condition of this list is a Bishop. Right, so Bishop is what we want to play on turn 3. So we're going to play Angela in a lane, Bishop in another lane, and then the Kitty Pryde is going to pump up the Angela, but also the Bishop. So this is one of our other win condition, right? So we have Mobius. Like I mentioned, the biggest counter of this list is Wave. Yeah, this is the only counter to this list. There's also Sandman, but Sandman really isn't played right now in the meta. And plus we have an Enchantress to deal with Sandman. So Mobius really by himself just kills the biggest counter to Sera Control. So it's just a much more reliable deck. You don't have to take any risk now that we have Mobius. Yeah, just great card. we have Scarlet Witch in this list. Okay, so we have a lot of 2 costs in this list. And that's because when we're going to play Sera on 5, all our 2 costs are going to cost 1, which is the minimum. That's why we don't really want to have other 1 cost. We just want some 2 costs. Yeah, and Scarlet Witch is just there to deal with some bad location. Okay, but she's clunky sometimes because of the whole randomness part of her kit. You could play how it's called, the bird, the Snow Guard. You could play Snow Guard as well if you want to have less randomness. I unfortunately don't have Snow Guard, but yeah, you could play Snow Guard instead of Scarlet Witch. Good card as well is for a Sera Control list. Yeah, next up we have Sentinel. So Sentinel is very, very good. So for me, I went for the Scarlet Witch Sentinel package. So Snow Guard is generating new cards. So if you play Snow Guard, you can remove Sentinel and Scarlet Witch and play something else. I suggest maybe like a Luke Cage to help with the Shadow King to not hit our own cards with Shadow King. But yeah, for me, I went for Scarlet Witch and Sentinel. I love to play Sentinel on 2, and then you always have a card that you could play every single turn. So you play Sentinel on 2, you can play it on 3, on 4, on 5. You know, there's Sentinel is just really good for have a consistent play. There's a lot of cards in this list that you don't want to play until turn 6, such as Shang-Chi, Enchantress, Hitmonkey, Mysterio, right? So Sentinel is there to be played at any time. You can just freely drop Sentinels. Yeah, so I love Sentinel in this list. Shadow King. Shadow King is one of the 2 new additions. So the 2 new additions is Mobius 1 and Shadow King. Shadow King as a 2/3 is crazy, guys. Especially on turn 6, he's going to cost 1 with Sera, and it counters everything. Okay, all of the Destroy archetypes, because it counters Carnage, Venom, what are the other cards that gets buff in Destroy? Is there other? Well, just Destroy, like exploding a Venom for a 1/3 is crazy. For like all of those Kitty Pryde lists, you could Shadow King the Kitty Pryde. You could Shadow King also Shuri list. Yeah, so let's say Shuri Nimrod. You could in the Destroy package, you could Shadow King the Nimrod. Just so much value from Shadow King. Obviously, there's the Collector that gets just destroyed by Shadow King. So Shadow King is like sometimes just a much better Shang-Chi, which is crazy to say. Just gonna be careful in this list. Do not play your Shadow King on top of your Bishop or your Angela, or you can, but just make sure you know when you do your math, because Shadow King is going to reset their power as well. But yeah, so if you play it, you really need to think a lot of where you're playing your cards. Yeah, Shadow King just fantastic card right now, and this is also the other reason why this list is so freaking powerful. We have Mysterio in this list. So Mysterio is used to be played alongside Hitmonkey. So you play Mysterio and Hitmonkey on 6. So just these 2 cards together is going to make Hitmonkey a 3/8 or a 2/8 because of the Sera, Sera buff or cost reduction. And then you have a Mysterio for 4 powers. So just the 2/4 stat line is really, really good. And plus it buffs your Bishop and it buffs your Angela with the different clones, right? So Mysterio just fantastic. Works well with Bishop. I talked about Bishop earlier, so I'm going to skip him right now. But yeah, you mostly want to combo him with Hitmonkey. If you don't have your Sera in hand, you could play Hitmonkey Mysterio on turn 5, but make sure you don't clog yourself up too much, because maybe you want to play Shang-Chi and Shadow King on turn 6, right? So you got to think of what you want to play. But normally you're going to play Hitmonkey with Mysterio. That's 3 cost, 3 energy on turn 6, and then you can play it alongside like a Shang-Chi or a Kitty Pryde, Sentinel, Mobius. There's a lot of crazy things you can do, which is going to make Hitmonkey just ginormous. So we have Shang-Chi here in this list to destroy all those big cards. Shang-Chi is the best card in the game. So yeah, that's why we have him. He's going to cost 3 with Sera, and then playing Shang-Chi with something else, and maybe your Kitty Pryde is also just fantastic. So you have so many different plays you can do on turn 6, and that's also why we have Enchantress to deal with some other stuff that can be very hard to deal with. All of these ongoing cards. If your opponent has armor, you can Enchantress into Shang-Chi, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, Enchantress, really, really good card in this list. Yeah, and then finally we have our Sera, which is obviously the card we want to drop on turn 5 all the time, which allows us to play our crazy turn 6, our miracle turn 6, which we call, which is just dropping a lot of card on turn 6. So yeah, guys, this list is freaking fantastic. I've been crushing the Infinity Conquest with this exact list. So try it out. Try it out. Tell me if it works for you guys. It's a really tough ceiling, so this list is really hard to play. You have to think. You're probably going to use every single second you have, every single turn, to think of all the different factors that are going to affect your play. But this list is extremely good because it has no counter at all, and it counters everything. So yeah, fantastic list. Please tell me how it goes, and yeah, we'll jump into that Infinity Conquest gameplay I had. Sorry, I don't really have some big highlights of Mobius. I've played for hours and didn't get really like waved or something like that. But yeah, I'm still gonna put the gameplay so you guys can see how to pilot the list. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. Let's get into it. Who are we gonna play? We're against a smiley face here. All right. He has a Red Skull icon, which means he might be playing Shuri Red Skull. So he snaps already, which is very interesting. He plays Nova. So we don't get the super flow buff, but we're going to get it for the next turn, which is good. We're going to keep playing our Kitty Pryde here. Okay. We do have a Scarlet Witch to deal with this magic play. We're going to play our Kitty Pryde. And that's it. So he plays Wolverine. He plays Carnage. Which is interesting. So we do get our Sera here on turn 4. So he plays Hulkbuster. So that's probably like a Deadpool list, I would assume. I think we're going to snap here. We're going to drop our Shadow King now. Next turn, we're going to Scarlet Witch here. 1, 2, 3. We're not going to play Enchantress, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's perfect. So he plays Null. So do we play... Yeah, we played Enchantress instead. So we're going to play Scarlet Witch, Enchantress. We have to play something here, unfortunately. So we're going to play the Hit Monkey and then Kitty Pryde middle. And yeah, hopefully that's enough. So our opponent plays Deadpool and Killmonger here. He's not expecting the Scarlet Witch at all. The Enchantress destroys Null, but even if it didn't... Oh, well, actually, if it didn't, the Null would have been buffed by the Rickety Bridge. But we're still going to manage... We're still going to manage to take this free 8 cubes here. If we get any good cards, we're going to apply pressure. Okay, so he snapped. So I guess we won't have to. We do get a Sera. We do get a Bishop. Sera into Sinister London is very good. With like a Shang-Chi and an Enchantress as well. Is very, very solid. Okay, so we're going to try to fill the middle location as much as possible. Because we are going to want our Shang-Chi and our Sera. Oh, wow. Okay. I wonder what we want to do here, actually. I think Angela is useless because we're going to play into Sinister London. However, Sentinel, we're not going to get the other one. If we play our Sentinel now... Well, I guess that's what we're going to have to do. So he plays Deadpool, and there goes the Venom. That's going to be... more than 9 power Venom, I think. So 10 power. So if we do get Shang-Chi, we are in a good position. Okay, so we could play our Scarlet Witch and then Bishop. And then hopefully we get Shang-Chi here. If we get Shang-Chi, we definitely win this easily. So he does play Magic. We're going to have an extra turn to draw our Shadow King or our Shang-Chi. Both of these are going to work. We're going to play Kitty Pryde. And we're going to have 2 Kitty Prydes next turn. And then we have 2 out of 3 chances of getting what we want. Our opponent is playing Nova. We get Shang-Chi. So we play Shang-Chi. We play Enchantress. Do we just play both? Just in case he plays his Null? No, but his Null is going to be at... the Venom 8... 6 power, and then the Killmonger destroyed 2 Novas, right? So that's 6. Killmonger destroyed 6, 7, 8. So we don't have enough to kill it with Shang-Chi. So we have to play Shang-Chi and Enchantress. Right? Unless I missed something. We're going to play both. So he plays Death. So Shang-Chi by himself would have been enough. But we were extra safe here. And we're going to destroy our opponent here. All right, well, I guess we're going to do a second game here. All right, we're playing against La Scala, which has the I'm an Influencer title. We have the Space Throne here as the first location. There goes Wakanda. We're going to play our Angela in the Wakanda lane. Our opponent plays armor, so I'm expecting probably like a Shuri Red Skull list. Something like so. Fortunately, we get Subterranea, which is the worst location. So what we can do here is wait and then play our Shadow King here. So our Angela is going to get reset, but it's only going to be at 0, and his is going to be at more. So that could be done. We can maybe Scarlet Witch here. So our opponent did snap. You know what? I'm not going to play a Scarlet Witch. Well, actually, I am. This is very bad for us. Oh, baby. So he's going to play something here. Oh, well. Okay, he is going to play something. Hopefully he plays his Red Skull. So next turn, if we play that, we're going to have another rock for sure. And then we're going to play Shadow King, Hit Monkey, and a rock. So we're going to play other rocks as well. We're going to keep one just in case we draw something else. Okay. Hopefully that's the Red Skull. Okay, so he's playing like a kitty double up. Yeah. Okay, so Shadow King here. He's probably going to play a Taskmaster elsewhere. Let's say he plays Taskmaster right. He would be at... No, but we have initiative. So Taskmaster does nothing. I think I'm going to put... Yeah, so maybe we go for Hitmonkey here instead, and we play the rock here. So we win here, we should win here, and then we even threaten here. So I think we are in a good position here. Boom! Shadow King, so powerful. Okay, so what is he playing? Is that Taskmaster and something else? Yep. Taskmaster and a rock. So we're going to start this game off with a 4-cube lead here. So yeah, if he's playing a Taskmaster list with Shuri, we kind of want to lose initiative because we're going to be able to Shang-Chi on turn 5 after he plays his card. Because you might have a Vision, right? Vision is really hard to snipe. Okay, I'm going to play the angel on the right. Hopefully it's not Sanctum Sectorum or something like that. So we're going to play our Sentinel because this is going to allow us to Mobius and Sentinel next turn. So he plays Hulkbuster here. We're going to play Shadow King on his Shuri line, I think, if we can. If we get Scarlet Witch, which we do, we're going to destroy Grand Central. I don't think that's really good for us. Let's put a Sentinel middle. There goes Angela, and there goes Forge. So wait, we're going to be clogged here. This sucks. So we're going to play Sera. And then, oh, I should have played Sera middle so that we wouldn't get initiative. That's a misplay. Oh, but I guess okay. I think we're good actually, right? We go for he already moved the Jeff, so Shadow King kills Jeff. We have Shang-Chi that kills Taskmaster here. Shadow King also kills Taskmaster. Then we put if we put Hit Monkey, that's a 2/6, or we could split, which I think is a little bit safer. So that's Taskmaster, and that it's Kitty Pryde, but we have Shadow King that hits the Jeff. We have Shang-Chi that kills the Taskmaster, and we have Mobius and Sentinel dropping for that extra power here. The little cherry on top. All right, we're going to secure round 2 as well here. But unfortunately, that was only for 2 cubes, and we gave a lot of information here. But if we keep losing initiative and we have our Shadow King and our Shang-Chi and perhaps our Enchantress, it's going to be very tough for our opponent. But this is a District X game, so unfortunately, we won't have the cards from our deck. We are going to play Mobius to have a card draw, and plus he might generate a wave in his list. In his new list, I would say. I think we're going to play... You know what? I think mines are not too bad, actually. But I'm still going to put a Green Goblin here on the left. Silver Samurai is going to discard either our Sentinel or our Star-Lord, which I'm fine with either. Wow. Okay. We're going to have to take a gamble here because we're losing this game. Good thing we did. Now this is the final turn. Can we win here? Let's say we put a rock. Boom, boom. This adds 6 plus 10, 16. So we should win here. We should... Yeah, we're good to go here. Oh, but he could move Jeff in Vibranium Mines, which is rough. He could definitely move Jeff. However, if we go for that, it it doesn't matter where I put it. This is 12, 17. No, I'm better off putting here because that adds 2 power. That's 5, 16, 21 plus 24. So that would be 8 everywhere. So this doesn't work. So we're going to tie here, but I'm going to be at 21. So yeah, we're going to lose a tiebreaker. We're going to retreat for 1 cube here. We're going to be responsible. Okay, we do have our Shadow King. So the ice box, actually, our Mobius might help us for our hit monkey if we do get it. There goes the Angela. So we can't play anything here. We could play our Scarlet Witch here because we're not going to use her later. Hopefully it doesn't screw us over. Maybe it clogs our opponent location. Oh, this is bad. We're going to have to Shadow King in the vault on turn 5. And then we're going to Mysterio hit monkey on turn 6, which is not fantastic, but it's okay. So our opponent does have initiative, though, which is good. So here we can Shadow King. Destroy the Angela. So he's going to be at 3 here. And if he plays the Kitty Pryde, doesn't matter. He has initiative. But then we also Mobius here and we Kitty here. Right? Or I think we're going to Kitty left to be sure we don't steal initiative. And then on 6, we could Kitty, hit monkey, and Mysterio. Well, he's the one that snapped. So his Kitty is going back in his hand as well. So we're winning the left lane. And we're in a great position here. We need to win middle, so we're going to put everything middle. This adds 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 plus 6, 14 plus 6, 20. We got 20 power here. That's a lot. Hulkbuster and Kitty. But we have way more than that. We have Hitmonkey, and then we have Mysterio. And even if that wasn't the right Mysterio, we have our Kitty Pryde. And this is going to be game. GG last Kala. Good game. All right, so guys, actually, we've seen a little bit of play from the Mobius, which allowed us to play our Hitmonkey for one less. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Hey guys, so I'm doing a giveaway once again for next month season pass, which is the October season, and the season pass card is Elsa Bloodstone. So I'm gonna do a giveaway of 2 season passes once again. Yeah, and all you guys have to do is to 1 be subscribed to this channel. You have to be subscribed. 2, you have to like the video, and 3, you just have to comment down below which of the November cards releasing are you guys most excited for. We have so we have Elsa, we have Man Thing, we have Black Knight, and we have Nico Minoru. And if you guys have no idea of what those cards are, that's fine. Just tell me what's your favorite card in the game and why. And yeah, guys, so thank you guys so much for following this channel. I've been recently accepted to the Marvel Snap creator program. So yeah, I'm very excited for the future. And thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.